Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
You don't put videos to my.
You allowed to write it down.
No.
Write it down.
You cannot. You cannot.
Write it.
No. I'm not writing anything down.
Write it down.
I am not writing anything down, gentlemen.
Say what you want to say.
No. You cannot put meanings to my words. You understand? Yeah. So if you're making your point, make it and go. Right.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Thank you.
So make sure you don't infer me again.
The point I'm trying to make is that you allowed him to make reckless comments about our flag bearer. You allowed it to pass. And on the same table,
because your flag bearer supervised the same recklessness when he was in power. No.
Can you just allow him to make the point?
To make such
okay, so let him land. I'll give you both the time to
because the flag bearer equally supervised the same reckless act when they were in power.
I'll give you guys the time. Let him come through. Yeah, I'm listening.
Are you done?
Yes. No. Let counsel come through. Yes, I'm listening.
If you are not able to call him to order, when he interjects,
just go ahead.
When the interjections continue and the discerning viewers realize your partiality, I'll walk out of the studio.
I was quiet. The gentleman has given you opportunity to make your best strategy. No. I am not addressing you. I am not addressing you cannot dodge the conversation.
Allow him to.
Don't do that.
Allow him to make the point. Yes.
I don't have the energy.
No, just go ahead. To
banter or engage in this.
Just go ahead. I'm giving you the time. Just go ahead.
It is my time.
Yes. Just go ahead.
And it is your show.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
It is incumbent upon you.
Yes.
To call colleagues to order her.
I've done that. So just go ahead.
I was quiet when you were speaking. I was very quiet.
Just go ahead with your point. I'm listening to you.
I'm saying that you allowed him to make disparaging and reckless comments about the cause of the MPP and about our flag bearer. You didn't allow him to call him to order to retract his reckless statement. And so I am very disappointed in you. That is the first point. Number two, colleagues here want to assume the role to preach righteousness when they themselves are unrighteous people. You criticize Abronye for engaging in what? For insulting somebody. And on the same table, you call the cause of the MPP a stupid political cause. It exposes your hypocrisy and your double standardness. It exposes you totally. You see, if we want to have a conversation about the politics of insult, nobody in the MPP subscribes to the politics of insult. I don't subscribe to the politics of insult.
Hey, Kwesi,
we can have a proper conversation.
You just said this. My goodness. I'm going on.
After insulting
Kwesi Boche is saying that he doesn't subscribe to the politics of insult.
No, but you guys, let him land. Let's get serious. Let him land. Counsel, sorry. Yeah.
You see, when you people,
which people?
And I'll be very sincere with you.
No.
I'll be very sincere with you. Please allow me make
let him.
You don't choose my words for me. You don't choose my words for me. You don't choose my words for me.
You cannot
you don't choose my words for me.
You people.
I'll be very sincere with you. And I'll be sincere with you.
Yes. Go ahead.
When yesterday our director for deployment asked me to come on the show, I told him clearly that this biased paneling would not help our discourse.
No, but can we get to the issue?
Because I'm making a point. Allow me make the point. Because you bring two persons who, when you are speaking, will not even allow you to speak.
Okay, I'm saying that. Just go ahead. I'm giving you the time. They're quiet. Just go ahead.
No, I'm making my point. Respectfully, please. Who are aligned with the government
we are responding, you should
and making their point. I keep quiet. I write down.
Counsel, let's just get
please. No, I'm making my point.
Okay.
I'm making my point to the audience.
Okay.
And I'm making my point. They have interjected me countless times.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Almost every sentence I make, they interject me. And you watch on.
And I'm saying, just go ahead now.
I'm saying that if this continues, I'll walk out of the show. I'm telling you for a fact.
That's fine. That's a different conversation.
If they don't allow me to speak, I'll walk out of the show.
I've told them to be quiet. So just get to the point for me.
Discipline is happening here.
You end the show. You will not. Nobody will allow you.
I don't mind. You will not be allowed to run. End the show. End the show.
You want to run away?
End the show.
You want to run away?
End the show.
You want to run away?
We can end the show.
Nobody will allow you to run away. You will
end the show. I don't mind.
Council, let's hear you.
You want to run away?
What kind of intolerance is this?
Get to the
point. What kind of intolerance is this?
Just get to the point.
What kind of gross intolerance is this? You not tell me to go ahead after interjecting me. You will not tell me to go ahead.
You have the time.
Gross intolerance.
Yeah.
What is this?
You have the time. Let's hear you now.
Please.
So you're building the point earlier, yes, about Abronya's situation. Yes.
The point I want to make is that we cannot sit on this table and decide or act to be righteous, and at the same time do things that are very reckless to our democracy and our free speech. We sit on this table and say that when Fanti Comedy was released, Dr. Bawumia went to visit him. This is a blatant falsehood, which you are allowed to pass. Do you have records?
Just go ahead.
Do you have records of Dr. Bawumia going to visit Fanti Comedy?
He says he was embraced. I recall that.
They said Dr. Bawumia went to visit Fanti Comedy. Please,
said that?
you can rewind.
No, who said that?
Oh,
no, I never said that.
You said Dr. Bawumia went to visit Fanti Comedy after he was released. It is a lie. Dr. Bawumia never visited Fanti Comedy.
Never met him.
He never visited No. You said Dr. Bawumia visited Fanti Comedy. There's a difference between visiting somebody and meeting somebody. Please, these are two different things.
Okay, yeah.
Dr. Bawumia never visited anybody. And so if we make inaccurate statements and draw a very reckless conclusion, then we make the conversation very unhealthy. My dear brother, under the previous regime, people said worse things than what Abronya is saying today. The fact that you disagree with what somebody says, the fact that you feel somebody is insulting you, the fact that you feel somebody has made disparaging comments against you, you don't need to weaponize criminal provisions of the act to teach the person a lesson. If you feel somebody has made derogatory comments about you, you go to the civil court and exercise your rights. It's as simple as that. If me sitting here, I say that, my dear brother, you are a political journalist and you are a biased journalist aligned to the NDC, and you think what I have said is untrue, and that you are not a political journalist and that you are not aligned to the NDC and that you are not doing the NDC's bidding, you are free to sue me in the civil court to exercise your right and to tell the court that I have made disparaging comments against you, and so you want compensation from the court. You don't write a petition to NIB to tell NIB to arrest Kwesi Botchwey because Kwesi Botchwey says that you are an NDC journalist sitting here doing the bidding of the NDC. You don't invite the police to arrest anybody who makes such a statement. If you feel unhappy, somebody has injured your reputation in the minds and eyes of right-thinking members of society, you exercise your civil liberties under a civil court. The position of the MPP is very simple. And our position is that the government of the day has weaponized provisions of the law against political opponents. Our position is that under the previous regime, people said far more reckless things who were not arrested. People mentioned that my dear brother Solomon Owusu here was one of the major proponents that Dr. Bawumia is the owner of Aptel. A statement which has proven to be grossly untrue. Was he arrested? Dr. Bawumia at the time was the chairman of the police council. Was he arrested by the police for peddling falsehood, for publishing falsehood? Was he? No, because Dr. Bawumia believes that it is his right to make those statements. It is his right. Nobody weaponized any law or any law enforcement agencies against this person because it is within his right. As we sit here, they can say whatever they want to say. It is within their right. And so I do not subscribe to the fact that political opponents or dissent voices ought to be arrested if they make disparaging comments against the government. This government is only being too emotional about the matters. They are being grossly emotional to the extent that somebody makes a post on social media questioning whether or not Dumso is back. A few days ago, I was perusing the docket of Esando, And I realized that his post, he actually ended his post with a question mark. Dumso is back, question mark. Then the police moves to Gomoa, about 10 armed police personnel moves to Gomoa to go and arrest him. For what reason? We say Abronya has insulted the judge. Since when did insults form part of our criminal jurisprudence? Since when? And in fact, who actually determines insults? Who determines insults? The law on section 207 and 208, for purposes of education, were not promulgated in 1960 when the criminal provisions were passed or the criminal laws were passed. They were promulgated in 1863 by the British. And the main purpose for promulgating section 207 and 208 was to suppress calls for independence. And so the original intent for the law was to silence people. And so today it is very sad and bizarre and unfortunate that you have a government that believes that people are saying things they don't like. And so they will arrest them for saying things they don't like. And somebody has the audacity to say that these are manufactured nonsense. Please, let's elevate the discourse. Let's not reduce the discourse to roadside conversations. Let's elevate the discourse. We are educating the good people of this country. Let's elevate the discourse and analyze the issues with utmost intellect, candor, and respect. To describe the press statement of the former vice president and the leader of the MPP as manufactured nonsense is totally unacceptable, and it is wrong. It is wrong. Because the government that you belong to has weaponized section 207 and 208 to arrest 16 of opposition members. And that is what we are speaking against. And that is what we are saying that is inappropriate. Sami Jamfi, today the CEO of Gold Board, what didn't he say about Dr. Bawumia and President Akufo-Addo? He was also one of the proponents that Haptel belongs to Dr. Bawumia, and that anytime Haptel engages ECG, Dr. Bawumia gets a commission from their transaction, which has proven to be palpable falsehood, which has proven to be a malicious lie originated from the pit of hell. Malik Basintali, what didn't he say about Dr. Bawumia? He insulted Dr. Bawumia and said Dr. Bawumia eats pork and drinks beer, knowing very well that these things are against the religious practices of the former vice president. Did Dr. Bawumia cause the arrest of Malik Basintali?
Okay, can I ask a few questions?
President Akufo-Addo himself.
Let's get to this. Do we know, and let's get to that because I want to focus on the Abronya situation. If you may.
President Mahama himself described the family members of the former president, President Akufo-Addo, as being Achem Sakawa boys, meaning they being 419 scammers. Did anybody cause the arrest? Did anybody cause his arrest? No. The NDC and some fake neutrals called the former CJ Osono Mame, described him as Osono Mame, described him as the women's organizer for the MPP. Did anybody cause the arrest? They described the former CJ as political. Did anybody cause the arrest? President Mahama himself mentioned at the annual conference of the NDC Law Society that President Akufo-Addo has packed the court with MPP aligned and inclined judges. Did anybody call for his arrest? And so today, if somebody describes a judge as being political, what is so criminal about it? To say that a person exercising judicial power is political. What is criminal about it? Okay. There's nothing criminal about it.
Right. Let me
you can say you do not like somebody's style of communicating, and nobody has put a gun on your head to like somebody's style of communicating. Nobody has put a gun on your head. But to accuse them of committing a criminal offense is a different conversation.
As a member of the New Patriotic Party, are you proud to associate yourself with the statement for which Abronya is being held before court now?
What statement has Abronya?
I mean, his pronouncements.
Why is Abronya?
No,
Can you educate
about his pronouncements.
Why is he in court?
I'm not talking about what's in court. I'm saying as a member of the NPP.
Yes.
Are you proudly associating yourself with comments that
what particular Abronya has?
He's for instance held insults on some revered ministers of the gospel. For instance, would you associate yourself with that as a member? Oh, you haven't?
Yes, I haven't. Okay. Unless you are able to tell me exactly what he said, and then we can have a proper conversation.
Because I feel that those words, some of them we cannot repeat here. But of course, he's named the Archbishop in some words.
The conversation.
Have you heard that?
The conversation this morning is about the weaponization of law enforcement agencies and weaponization of provisions of the Criminal Offences and Other Offences Act. That is the conversation we are having.
Yeah, I get that.
The conversation this morning is not whether or not I want to subscribe myself with something that
I'm asking
a private citizen has said. No, the conversation this morning is not about whether or not as a private citizen or as a member of the NPP I want to associate myself
but
with
I should be able to ask you questions. You were referring to political matters.
And so the point I'm making, the point I'm making,
as a member of the NPP,
the point I'm making this
as a member of the NPP, are you happy associating yourself with the comments of your Bono regional chairman?
The point I'm making this morning is that the comments or the reason why Abronya has been arranged in court and was remanded, in my humble and respected opinion, I do not think that those comments amounts to a criminal offense.
I get that perfectly.
Those comments do not.
I get that perfectly. You are making an analysis. You are making an analysis of how the spectrum makes
criminal offense
statements.
I'm saying that they do not amount to a criminal offense because if somebody insults you, if somebody makes disparaging comments, like I have said, your remedy lies in the civil court.
I get that. On the face of the law, I get that.
Arresting people for expressing their opinions or asking me to pass judgment on the opinions of other people.
I'm not asking you to pass.
I see that to be
hold on. You are a member.
A bit away from
hold on and get my question. I'm saying that you are a member of the New Patriotic Party. In fact, you're representing the New Patriotic Party here.
Of course.
I'm asking if you are proudly associating yourself with comments expressed by your Bono regional chairman.
And I am asking you which comment. You haven't been able to tell me which comment. How do you expect me to conjecture? I don't engage in the exercise of conjecture.
You've not heard Abronya.
He said so many things. He said so many things, including the fact that he said that the MPP President Akufo-Addo administration performed creditably well. Is that what you're asking me about?
That's what you said. Okay.
He said so many things.
So can I be a bit more specific?
Yes,
have you heard his comments regarding the Archbishop? Of the action.
What did he say about the Archbishop?
Of course, equating of causing your political misfortune. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I didn't hear that. And so I cannot speak to something that I have not.
You have not heard. Yeah. Okay.
And so yes.
So the document he has before him, referring Abronya DC and the chairperson of the Ashanti region, that's the statement before you. Do you have any idea?
You mentioned that this document cannot be authenticated.
Yeah, but you're a member of the NPP. That's why I'm asking you whether you've seen that.
No, I'm not here to speak. I'm not here to speak on documents Solomon Owusu.
No, take a look.
That is not my job.
Let me get to the audience. No, guys. I'll come back.
The man says you want to run away.
We can't verify that. Let me get to the audience. Come through for me quickly and let's deal with the other matters. Yes. Well, so you'd have to verify that document, maybe. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Well, as a young person, in fact, before I set off, let me say good morning to everyone. As a young person listening to the discussion around the table, I feel a bit worried. Because I listened to the submissions made and it looks as if they are not jilted towards finding a solution to the problem that we are having. Look, every right has a responsibility. There is the right to say whatever you want to say, but that right comes along with the responsibility of making sure that that thing you are saying is one that is not going to be at the detriment of another person. I listened to Mr. Abronya and some of the comments he makes, and I feel like there could have been a better way of making several of those comments. You get it? The way and manner in which he puts them across props him up for some of these arrests and what have you. And looking at the possible outcome in terms of how it will pan out if we were to leave it to lie fallow without addressing it in the nearby future, I feel like it's going to send this country into chaos, because if we are to say that, oh, everybody has a right to speak and therefore you can say whatever you want to say, it doesn't bode well. For instance, let's assume I read a book some time back, and there was an analogy in that book where it is said that you are in a theater with several other people, and then all of a sudden somebody screams fire, 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 fire. And then because people would want to save their own lives, they just rush out of the place. There is a stampede, and then people lose their life. Only for everyone to get out of the theater, and then the person who calls for the fire says that, oh, I was just joking. I mean, that would be at the height of it. It won't help anybody. So what I would want to say is that, true, it may not be criminal to make certain comments, but let's make comments that will not put you in a bad light in the face or in the eyes of the good people of Ghana. Because aside laws, our morals in Ghana, you know that in Ghana we hold our morals very dearly, even more than sometimes laws that we promulgate in this country. And so that particular principle of morality, making sure that we respect the elderly, making sure that we don't say things that is going to put the country at a risk, maybe not now, but in the near future. Some of those comments we just don't make them so that we can save ourselves. But Mr. Blaise,
go ahead.
You see, equally important is the fact that you cannot use a hammer to kill, say, a fly. The act of, even if we were to admit that insulting people is a crime, the act of insulting people is only a misdemeanor. I mean, the manner in which we arrest people who are said to have insulted people is sometimes outrageous. I mean, even what is the standard of police to citizens ratio, I mean, at the UN level? Right. I mean, 1 to 450 people. But somebody makes a comment that you think that is against you, and then you send armed men to the teeth and just to sometimes kidnap the person. Families of the people don't know. Even lawyers, the Miranda rights of the people demand that they have to have access to lawyers. So please, some of these things we have to be on the balance of probability.
Okay, let me hear from my brother here, and I'll come to you as well. Yes, right.
From a legal standpoint, freedom of speech protects your right to express your opinion, criticize public figures. However, under the 1992 Constitution, Article 164 doesn't give you the right. It has what? Freedom of speech limitations. Not all things that you have right to say. It restricts you from certain stuff you do say. Let's say, for example, certain stuff that will amount to malicious lies, you can't be publishing them on social media because it ruins the other person's reputation, their safetyness. So most of the times we need to consider whatever thing we are putting on the social media, although we have this kind of mentality that we can say whatever thing we want, but then it doesn't work that way. There are limitations because Article 164 is very clear on that particular point. Thanks.
Oh, great point there. Yes, my brother is here this morning. Yes.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I think that there should be an effort by the state to sensitize the citizens by way of a proper education on how freedom of speech and freedom of expression is about. Because it looks as if it is just an advantage that people use as a yardstick to go about spewing gibberish at all time, slandering people, maligning people, especially respectable people in a society like Williams, Duncan. How can you go to a radio station because you said it belongs to you and start calling him a thief? It's not proper at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we? Okay, let's do one more. Yeah, let's do a wrap on this.
Okay.
Let me start. Probably you'd have to retract if you want to.
Let me explain something to you. See, there is this thing that keeps happening on television set when people maybe, I don't know, but the thing is that political discourse in this particular country is not a realm that is ceded to individuals masquerading around calling themselves political party representative or whatever. The political discourse anywhere in any country can be led by people who have the mind to lead that particular discourse. So sitting here, whichever characterization I put on myself, as long as I'm able to argue and add my voice to the conversation. This particular place was not set up for a political party representative, same as any other television station. So it is sacred ignorance for anybody to sit anywhere to seek to peddle that because you are not aligned to or because you don't want to identify yourself with a political party, you have no right to make appearance. Let's make that particular clear. And again, he also mentioned that under Akufo-Addo 8 years, 8 people were arrested and then prosecuted. So it means that it is a realm criminal liabilities can be extended to. Do you understand? So if somebody made a speech and was arrested, 8 people were arrested, it means it's an admission that it is a realm that criminal liabilities can be extended to. And again, to say that free speech is not a criminal, that is totally ignorance. It's not about the expressing yourself, it is about what you say. If you say things that threaten national security, you push yourself to the realm of criminal liabilities. You understand? So let us make this quite clear. This again.
We just have to do a little correction on your microphone there, and then probably we'll get to your point. But Solomon, just come through for me, and then I come to Council.
So first of all, there is no point in dignifying what Kwesi Botchwey came to do, because he himself had told you that when he was told to come here this morning, he realized that he couldn't do any constructive debate, and so
is that what he said?
That's what he said. I didn't even want to come. So I mean,
he says you both appear to be biased against.
How can you say that? You have been given the opportunity to come and market your political party. I am here to market my political party. At the end of the day, it's the general public that have to put the thing on the CU and see who is making the right communications to make a determination out of that. The mere fact that we are here does not mean that whatever we say is what the public is going to say, and likewise you. So if you come with that prejudiced mind that, oh, because I'm going to meet these people, they will be attacked, it is neither here nor there. But he himself is one of those culprits.
Of what?
Of insult. You understand? And that is why we must see what Abronye and the likes of Wuntumi have been doing, take it very serious, because they are having a very negative impact on the younger ones coming up. He looked straight into the face of Kennedy Japan and listen to what he told that old man. You understand?
You have evidence of what you're saying.
Oh, but he's sitting right there. If I'm lying, he will tell me I'm lying. This is Kwesi Botchwey speaking, captured by Joy News. We need someone with mental fortitude to be president, not one who will require injections. Injection, you know, injection, in order to chair cabinet meetings. This was what he told Kennedy Japan. And I'm not too sure if he had not learned this from an adult, he would say this. So when we are discussing the lives of Abronye, we are looking at it from the angle of the young ones who are coming up, and whether or not their future will be better shaped. And one of such, what do you call it, products of such a bad system is him. Look, that is not even enough. He went ahead and added, this was not enough.
No, Solo, but why are you fixated?
Listen to question. He came here to pontificate. He said he does not endorse politics of insult. Is that not the case? This is Kwesi Botchwey once again. Courage without wisdom is very dangerous. Referring to Kennedy Japan. You see, so all that I am saying is that for our political discourse, for the future of this country to look bright, we would have to deal with the root cause. The root cause being people that seem to serve as godfathers to these young ones coming up. Else, I don't see why he would be making these statements. Now again, he himself says that this administration is using what? The government of the day is weaponizing the provisions within the criminal code. What it means is that whatever is happening today is lawful, except that he disagrees. So as a country, what do we do then? If what the courts are doing are within our criminal codes, then the best thing to do is to do an amendment of the law. That is what I expect the party that claims to be apostles of what? Constitutional law to do. That look, these laws that we find in our criminal code and so on and so forth are not helping us. So let's get it out. Rather than come and create the impression as though it is something that is not in our criminal code but being implemented. But last but not the least, it is also absolutely not true that in the last 8 years, only 8 people were arrested. It's not true. You remember the demonstration by the Democracy Hub? I mean, I have Al Jazeera's report here.
Yeah, but he's giving a context to say political opponents.
Which one is who is a political opponent? How was he going to identify the 50 people, those that were members of the NDC, members of the UP, members of the CPP, and so on and so forth? We are talking about arrest. What were the people doing? They were demonstrating against hardships in this country. Yet, they were arrested. And on the 22nd of September 2023, according to a report by Kent Mensah, at least 49 persons were arrested in Ghana's capital, Accra, on Thursday as the police tried to prevent protesters trying to storm the seat of government. Look, they were going to the Jubilee House. That is the seat of government. That is the seat of authority. That authority was given to that seat by the people of this country. The people want to go there and express themselves as enshrined in our constitution. And you and I know that the work of every government is to make sure that the welfare of the people are assured. So if the people see their lives not being improved and say they are going to the seat of government to protest, must you arrest them? But it took place in this country. You know Bulldog? You know Bulldog?
Music producer?
Yes, and that's Shama Hansen. Why was he arrested, prosecuted, and fined 48,000?
Okay. I want us to talk about GNBank. So let's wrap up on it. Yeah, I'll come to. Yeah, I'll give you the time. Let him. He was on the floor, and then I'll come back to you. Yes.
So on the case of the manufactured nonsense that I said,
just for the sake of
let me explain. Let me explain.
Right.
You see, when people who are supposed to know better draft nothing but lies that lack credibility and decide to sell that to the people of this country, what will you call that particular thing? At this point in time, there is no indication that the climate of intimidation has been activated in this particular country. People are not being arrested without a cause. That is the point. So for a flag bearer of a political party who should know better under whose tenor some of these instances were normal, because he has admitted that 8 people were arrested. It means,
would you apologize to Dr. Mahmoud Bami and the team? And
no. I have not insulted anybody. And again, the matters of stupidity that I said, I never said MPP. Those are his own words. You understand? I said, if you keep motivating some of these things, people might believe that they are martyrs of a certain stupid political cause. I never linked it to MPP. It was by his own imagination that he linked to the MPP as a political party. Maybe he believed that is what they do. So the fact of the matter is that I have never insulted anybody, but it is the discourse, the quality of it that is being distorted, because they are creating an impression that something is happening that is unprecedented in this particular country. And I'm making a point that there is nobody who has been arrested without a cause. There are some I have personally disagree and condemn, you understand? But we cannot just sit here and say speeches cannot be criminalized. Who said so? Then you should read the laws, because it is not about what you say, it is about what you say per se. It is not about just talking, but the words you use and how treasonable it can be and how dangerous and how threatening it is as far as national security is concerned.
Okay, so are you apologizing to Dr. Bami because he never visited?
No. First of all, let me clear that. But I never said that.
Never.
Dr. Mahmoud, I said Fanti Comedy visited Bawumia, and then he hugged him.
You said he had.
So you cannot be twisting fast here.
The central point is that there was a meeting.
A meeting.
That is.
He hugged him.
Who met? Who? Yeah. You understand?
Okay. Yeah. Kwesi, let me give you a final take on this. Let's talk about GNBank.
No, let me clarify what.
That's what I'm saying. Afterwards, your
Solomon Owusu, if he wants to punch me, he should punch me factually and he should punch me properly.
Quoted a source.
He quoted a Joy News quote card. For the records, he quoted a Joy News quote card with my picture and some inscription. On record, we are Joy Prime, an affiliate of Joy News. On record, on 11th November 2025, Joy News issued a disclaimer to say that the quote card Solomon Owusu referred to is not from them and that is a fake quote card. On 11th November 2025. That is a fake quote card and that some people sat somewhere in their rooms, put my picture and put some inscription.
So you never said that?
I am telling you that the people you refer to, you said you refer to Joy News. And I'm telling you that if I said that, would Joy News have issued a disclaimer?
Oh, then let me get you another source.
Joy News issued a disclaimer.
I'll get you another source.
Point number one.
Now I'll get you another source.
And so what Solomon Owusu says is totally inaccurate. Number two,
it's not true, it's not inaccurate.
It's untrue. Why?
All right.
I'm scared to tell you it's untrue.
All right, I'll get you right now. I'll get you right now. No. You said it.
Number two, Solomon Owusu says that I made other comments regarding somebody else. He should provide a video of me saying that Kennedy Japan has done something. Me mentioning Kennedy Japan and saying that Kennedy Japan has done ABCD. He should provide the video.
I quoted you. You said I should provide it.
That is also.
But I provided you. I quoted you right now.
I told you that the quote card you referred to, we are Joy News. The Joy News editors and everybody's watching.
No. Let me.
If the publish, they should come into the show and say that the publish.
Right now.
Joy News is saying that what you are referring to is a lie. You know, we live in a digital space and AI space where some people sit somewhere to put some infographics.
Courage without wisdom is very dangerous. You never said it.
See, I was quiet when he was speaking.
Let him land in and
that is why I get very agitated when you keep quiet when he's interjecting.
Let's go.
When he was referring to me, I kept quiet.
Let's hear you.
And so what kind of attitude is this? No, what kind of attitude is this?
Let's hear you. Yeah, let's hear you then. Yeah, let's hear you.
This is very terrible.
Yeah, let's hear.
In fact, let me say this again. In subsequent submissions, if I am interjected, I'll walk out of the studio. I am telling you and your production.
No, that's not.
Because when colleagues are speaking, I keep.
Just go ahead.
When colleagues are speaking, I keep quiet. I don't interject.
Yeah, so go
when
ahead.
you're interjecting me, you keep quiet and then you watch on.
So just go ahead.
Well, what is this?
Yeah, just go ahead. Make the points for me. Yeah, Kwesi. Yeah, just make the.
The point I'm making is that he referred to me. I kept quiet. I listened to him. I wrote it down.
Yes, go ahead. He's not.
He made untrue statements about me.
Right.
He made fabricated statements about me. He made disparaging comments about me. I don't care. But I'm saying that if he wants to refer something that I have said, he should be factual about it. And if I have said it, I will stand by it and say that I said it.
Right.
But don't go and cook something and then come and refer to it here. Something that Joy News has issued a disclaimer about to say that it is fake. It is not from them. Somebody has sat somewhere to put some picture and things together. And so I will not even waste my breath on the matter. But all the points I have made, and I am happy that none of them have been able to contradict anything that I have said here, except to say that some persons were arrested when they went to demonstrate. Solomon, the conversation we are having this morning is about weaponizing Section 207 and 208 and not arresting demonstrators. I said that 8 persons were arrested and arranged in court
and prosecuted
for publish under the guise and were prosecuted really? under the guise of publishing false news. The lobby demonstrators were never.
They were arrested.
So look, can you keep quiet for me to say?
No, we are doing interaction, but you cannot just.
No, I'm not interacting with you. I'm interacting with you.
But you are mentioning my name here.
When you mention my name, did I interject?
Do you want to mention?
When you mention, no, then that is gross indiscipline. When you mention my name, I wrote it down. When you mention my name, I wrote it down.
Kwesi, come through. Yeah.
And so if I mention your name and you respond, when you mention my name, I wrote it down. I gave you the candor to make your point.
Just allow. Let him.
It's no problem. No problem.
Right.
And so, if you are not well vested in the issues, don't go there. Please. Those persons were not arrested and prosecuted in court for publishing false news. And so it is wrong to say that we weaponize Section 207 and 208 to arrest the Julobi demonstrators. If you say that, you are exhibiting gross ignorance in the theater of the...
Who are you referring to here? And who is saying that?
If you say
don't bring yourself
that
here.
Julobi demonstrators were arrested under the guise of the conversation we're having today. So look, I'm making my point. If you have reservations, write it down.
Have you limited the conversation? No, but okay. Yes,
because the topic we are discussing this morning is weaponization of free speech.
No.
Is that not it?
Because you mentioned other comments. You said
I said people have made worse comments, and I.
That's why he's bringing the others.
No.
Do you get it?
I made reference to people who have made comments that are synonymous to false statements.
So you open the scope.
And I refer to Solomon Owusu by saying that he said Dr. Bawumia owns Aptel. Solomon Owusu.
But what is wrong with that?
Is it true that Dr. Bawumia owns Aptel? Were you arrested? Dr. Bawumia was the chairman of the police council. Were you arrested?
What are you talking about?
You lied. Dr. Bawumia owns Aptel.
Who lied?
Dr. Bawumia doesn't own Aptel. You lied about it, and you were not arrested. If the government of the day wanted to weaponize Section 207 and 208, you would have been arrested.
Really?
Because you lied about the system.
Who lied about it? You sit here and call adults that they need injection.
Meanwhile, you lied about
you are pointed about that. You are run away.
Talk about just.
And so the conversation we are having this morning, the fact still remains and has not been contradicted that this government has weaponized law enforcement agencies and provisions of law against political.
I was going to ask you because our production was doing a little check on the disclaimer you were talking about.
Yes.
Do you have?
Yes.
Do you have?
No, I'm giving them the date. 11th November.
11th
Yeah. When was it issued? Because you know we're also doing checks as you make this.
And then they should also check if they are making. They should also check if the flyer is on their website.
No, I get that because you mentioned.
Is that disclaimer? You have issued a disclaimer.
Yes.
You know the production.
In fact, on that day, if you care to know, on that day, your social media head of social media, I've forgotten his name. He called me. Yes, he called me and he apologized for it.
So he said Joy has issued.
And then he said it's not from them.
Okay, so we issued Joy News issued a disclaimer. You say because there are two different things.
Yes.
Joy News officially issued a disclaimer to you.
Yes, they stamped it fake. If you stamp something fake, what does it mean?
And what's on our socials? Okay, we'll check that.
I'm saying they stamped it fake.
Who stamped it fake?
Your people reached out to me. Yes, they stamped it fake.
Because we're asking, and that's why, because production is also doing checks.
When
was the disclaimer?
The whole foundation of the matter is that one. Joy News indicated that the flyer is fake. Number two, the flyer is not on any of Joy News's.
I get your point, but I'm saying.
And so if it's not from Joy News,
you mentioned
unless you want to tell me that it's accurate.
You mentioned Joy News as having issued a disclaimer.
And I'm saying that they stamped it fake. They stamped it fake. If you stamp something fake, what does it mean?
Okay, but our team will still.
Maybe my expression of the
PENDREAM TV now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.